Matematic, proper or improper number.
So, step 1, take the wholes, add them up. So my wholes is 2 plus 1 is 3. Right? My step 2 is, I'm going to add the fraction part of it. So it's 3/5 plus 4/5, which gives me, I know how to add my fractions. I'm going to add my numerators. 3 plus 4 gives me 7/5. Now when I see my answer of step 2, do I just add step 1 and step 2? No, I don't. Why? Because in my step 2, the answer that I got, it's an improper fraction. What do I need to do to this improper fraction? I need to change this into a mixed fraction, right? I know that it is more than 1 at least, right? So I have to split it and I have to find out how can I write this improper fraction as a mixed number. So I know 7/5 can be written as 5/5, that's my 1 whole, plus 2/5, right? 5 plus 2 is 7. That's how I can get it. 5/5 plus 2/5. 5/5 can be written as 1 whole, plus 2/5. That means I have 1 2/5, and that's my answer for step 2. Now, step 3, you are just going to add step 1 and step 2, the answer of step 1 and step 2. So I'm going to do, I'm going to do 3 plus 1 2/5. Why is this my final answer and not 7/5? Because 7/5 was an improper fraction. I changed it to a mixed number. Hence, in my step 3, I'm going to add 3 plus 1 2/5. And that is nothing but 4 2/5. And that, my friends, is going to be the final answer when you add these two mixed numbers. So, we're going to see it now by adding by drawing this out, alright? And we're going to check it out if this comes as 4 2/5. I'm going to draw 2 holes. My 1 hole will be divided into 5 equal parts. Why? Because my denominator tells me so. So I'm going to draw 2 holes and I'm going to shade it up. Right? So I got my 2 holes. Now I'm going to draw my 3/5. I'm going to shade only 3 over here out of 5 equal parts because that represents my 3/5. I'm going to do my second mixed fraction now. In my second mixed fraction, I'm going to draw 1 hole, divide it into 5 equal parts, and shade it completely because that represents my 1 whole. For my 4/5, what I can do is I can look at this shape and I know that I have 2 1/5 left over here. I have 1/5 and 1/5 left over here. So I can shade this out, right? But from 4/5, I only shaded 2/5. That means I need another 2/5. So I'm going to make a shape, divided it into 5 equal parts and shade 2 more. Now when I look at my entire drawing, how can I read it? I can read it as 1 2 3 4 holes and 2/5, and that's exactly what my answer was when I did this mathematically. So I can prove it when I model it, and I can also prove it mathematically that when I add these two mixed numbers, my final answer is 4 2/5. And that's how we we do when we have to add two mixed numbers.
Let's do it. Do I stop? Yes, I stopped, right? Because I did one whole and 3 from here. Alright. So how many did you break in all? One whole. But how many parts did we break? I need to write it as an improper fraction. 7. We broke 7, and each of this had how many parts? 4. The 7/4 will be my improper fraction. Awesome. Good job. Alright, let's go next. What is this number? 3 wholes and 0 halves. So that means there's no fraction. So what do we need to break? 3 wholes we need to break. Each whole has been divided into 2 equal parts. The denominator tells you that each whole has been divided into 2 equal halves. So let's go. Okay, 6. Good job. So what should I write over here? How many did you break? How many did you count? How many pieces did you break? 6. You broke 6 pieces, and each stone had how many pieces in it? 2. 2. Each stone had 2 pieces. Oh. Awesome.
This can also be written as 1 whole because the 1 whole is 7 sevenths. So this can be written as 1 whole 2 sevenths. The rest are proper fractions which lie between 0 and 1. Not so right? It's improper. So whenever there is a smaller number carrying a bigger number in a fraction, it is an improper fraction. And what do we do with an improper fraction? We change it to a mixed fraction. We change it to a mixed fraction. So we learned about that too. So let's see the first fraction, 5/6. This is a proper or an improper fraction?
It's a proper fraction.
It's a proper fraction. That means it will lie between 0 and 1. In this case, how are we going to plot it? What do you think?
So I know that 5/6, it's closer to 6/6, which equals 1.
Right. In this case, when you look at a fraction like this, you have to quickly understand what my 1 whole will look like. In this case, my 1 whole will look like 6/6. So where are we going to put 5/6? Closer to 6/6. Excellent. My next fraction is 12/6. 12/6, is this a proper or an improper fraction?
It's an improper because the baby is carrying the mommy, which is the greater number, and the smaller number.
Exactly. The smaller number is carrying the greater number. Where do you think will this be?
Well, this 12/6 equals 2, so you put it all the way near 2.
Exactly. 12/6 will be equal to 2 because 6/6 is 1, and if we keep going, 12/6 will be 2 wholes. All right, let's take our next fraction. Let's get this fraction off. Not here. All right, 9/7. Is it a proper or an improper fraction?
It's an improper fraction because this is smaller, and it's the denominator, and this is greater, and this is the numerator.
Perfect. So where would you place this? When you are placing an improper fraction again, first in your head think what my 1 whole will look like.
7/7.
Exactly. My 1 whole will look like 7/7. So I'm having 7/7.
And we would put this here because 8/7 will go here, and then
Exactly. 8/7 and 9/7. Excellent. All right. What is this?
3/8, which is a
3/8, which is a
proper fraction.
proper
So
fraction.
it'll get plotted in 1 and 0.
Exactly. It will be plotted between 0 and 1. It's a proper fraction. How do we know it's a proper fraction? Because the greater number is carrying the smaller number. So the 1 whole for this will be 8/8. Alright. Oopsies, what happened? Alright, so this is my 1 whole. So where will 3/8 be?
Well, 3/8 is not that close to 8, 1 whole. So it is kind of close to 0. So we would plot this kind of here.
Excellent. So